Right, Geralt. Looks like it's all over.
Thanks for your help, Zoltan.
Say nothing of it.
Enough yapping. Time for some vodka.
First, I want to see if my fuck date's still waiting.
Just don't strain yourself. It takes energy to drink with us too, you know. Who's there?
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like whores in a brothel. They're ploughing away at full speed. Sasuke's army's full of men better at holding their prick. Most importantly, they don't...
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone. I've been trying to figure out what Philippa.'s doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
We hate them, as a fact. But our hearts are full of dung, Geralt.
You exaggerate.
No, maybe not all of them. Isleheart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her ass to Dijkstra? Everyone in Vergen knows she's not into cock. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, Geralt. You do alright.
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack. But I swear it, so I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, I had to.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cop?
No, I haven't. A free operator is in there.
Did you fight at Brenna?
Oh, fuck. Ah, it was a beautiful day. And once, and us on the right. The Mahakam volunteer army.
He hardly lacked.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic.
Some say not one of the Dunbanner survived.
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right.
Omitted that bit.
But
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge.
Show me what you got.
That's some training you received at Kaer Mo.
You're no wimp yourself.
Witcher,
What is it?
you were looking for the sorceress Philippa. I found her.
Thanks. We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive, Skaggs, and Zigrim will get the same. See you, Governor.
You wanted to discuss...
I found an immortelle.
Excellent. You wanted...
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
Two of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Yorvith, the Scoia'tael leader gave the order to eliminate them. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's...
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned...
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find...
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
Why?
The Dragonslayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia.
The commoners are in an...
Where's the prince?
barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, the peasants are still... Help us out. The situation is dire. I'm going to inform the other...
Dogs growl at cats, cats hiss at the dogs. A noble's a wolf to a peasant.
Forget those animalistic similes and take care of it. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember.
I remember.
Stupid. She just fell unconscious.
The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
Such judgment is above their station.
I believe it's hence...
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
What's stopping them?
The knights, Adernian noble lords.
Not easy to raise a hand against a blue blood.
A peasant by the name of Calton was at the council. He didn't seem to respect anything or anyone.
Calton's a blackguard. He'll use any excuse to raid and plunder.
He has a taste for noble blood. They say he buries gold looted from the lords in some gorge. Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Skill and Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Or doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorvith!
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poison...
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine against...
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads...
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt. We'll have to face the entire amount of Kedwin alone.
Can we have a word?
Why not?
No thanks. The table...
It is. Made it back in mere Farragut. My gob.
Saskia's chalice was new.
Aye.
Was the order for a norm...
Not a chance. It was supposed to be a gift. I ornament...
The other chalices were not...
Of course not.
Any chance...
Why, there's no craftsman that comes close to me.
Could someone have tried to cut...
Ha! I know of one who's been trying for years.
Who ordered the...
That goblet was the last...
See you at the inn. We'll grab a beer.
This is can't mix water with fire.
If not for that damned Yorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging the prince by now.
As I see it, every prince...
You're in my way!
Guilt must be proven.
Sir,
otherwise, it's...
What do you...
We of noble birth all...
I don't have time to listen to... Know anything about the attempt on Saskia's life?
No, I don't. But whatever the truth, the mob cannot lynch one of royal...
So truth means nothing to you?
I didn't say I don't care about truth. Just...
An order that...
If the prince turns out to be involved in this attempted murder, he should...
Or they do understand them and simply don't...
Saskia? Who will sow the crops and milk the cows then? Saskia called the serfs to arms. Do you think they'll want to plough fields again?
You may be right, but it's certainly not my business who'll plough your fields.
Give us this whole plower! Why is he lingering about? Like the stench in it.
Those witches be...
He better search for a lad who...
Yeah, once then with...
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing...
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their health. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't...
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be
Kill him.
A land without a...
We have a ruler, the Virgin...
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage, but he must be...
And all people is gonna be...
And the non-humans?
We have enough down on the fields.
Away with them!
Farewell.
Give us this whole plower!
Rolling done.
I'd gladly hear your opinion on this.
Finally! Someone... It's obvious Henselt bribed some...
Henselt couldn't possibly reach Vergen.
Doesn't he have sorcerers at his court? Or perhaps he... There's no other explanation.
That's interesting.
Just think it through. The prince couldn't have done it. The wine was in plain sight. Only the servants touched the decanter. Then that same commoner incited his folk to stand...
Something to think about.
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lord.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adder.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always... The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The witch is right! Give us Stennis!
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanting to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his saviour.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince...
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen? Yes! His serene Damed the prince can. Curses on his king. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do...
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world. And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden? Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me. Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you? I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign!
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your...
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat him.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to...
You'll make it in time?
I must.
Get up!
Short on company?
What can Yarpen tell me?
Yorvith seems to have changed.
How? Has his arse grown fatter and
an elf?
Only harpies do. He stood all gentle as a lamb in council.
Vergen seems like an ancient town. Do you know its history?
It's one of the mining colonies Mahakam established. There were lots of them just 500. It was the first town where dwarves and humans began working side by side. For the past 3 years, it's been a symbol of our common death.
The Kingslayer's trail has gone cold.
No one could sneak into Vergen. Why so keen on capturing the assassin?
Because I'm innocent.
The wise among us know that, and I wouldn't listen.
I can only prove my innocence by dragging in the real culprit. No. I wanted to talk to you about the Free State of Vergen. We haven't had...
True.
Do you buy into Saskia's ideals?
Are you asking me if I believe what she says, or if I believe...
Both.
Saskia's no liar, that's a fact. But whether we'll manage... For now, a great battle awaits.
It's also the biggest...
Nothing unites folk like shit.
If they win.
Even if they don't.
Good thing you're here.
I'm no...
I know, but you have good...
Yonder?
Good!
Writing a sonnet for your new...
Better than that.
No.
Listen. May those who dream of freedom arise. Let us go together, become a... How far shall... Like it?
It rhymes, kind of. Yorvith seems to have changed.
Everyone changes here.
I'm not sure I like changes. I find them hard to believe.
I believed in Yorvith until he hauled his ass out of here under...
We need reinforcements.
You think he'll be...
Time will tell.
That much...
I'm no soothsayer.
I love our conversations.
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll have...
Triss? Yennefer? That's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive.
True. You seem to have...
Their kind doesn't die easily. I believe I'll...
And Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her. My memory's coming back.
What have you remembered?
The voyage. An endless trek south. I finally pressed a man for info.
Did you catch up to the hunt?
I don't know.
Got anything you can follow?
I'm looking. You once mentioned some...
I believe I said they could exist. And they'd be old.
One thing's for sure. Letho's not on this side of the fall.
If you wanted to pursue the assassin, you should have gone to Henselt's camp with Roach.
Just because I went after Triss doesn't mean I've forgotten about Letho.
Why do you...
My reputation's a little more important than hens in a coop. Until I find
No one thinks you're a Kingslayer here.
You're dead wrong. They treat me well because they need me.
You're probably right.
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head. Is it my imagination, or have you become a propaganda mouthpiece?
You know what I really like about this place?
You have a tendency to go from one extreme.
And you have a tendency to shit on every ideal.
I try to take an objective view of...
Yet you've joined us. You have.
I'm on Vergen's side.
Don't want to commit, eh? Well, Vergen isn't...
I just want to make sure that woman named Vergen doesn't end up screwing.
Let me see if I understand your position correctly. Kiss my right cheek, kiss my left cheek. Just don't kiss me on my butthole.
Whenever I see that stupid romantic spark in your eyes, I just know I'll have to haul your ass out.
Oh, screw you and your help. Lots of humans do...
I hope you're right about that. Anyone order an exquisitely adorned goblet from you?
I get the occasional commission for tableware, sure. But what exactly?
Saskia's goblet. Was that your handiwork?
That ugly bucket! Did you intend to offend me? Whoever made that thing should be whipped! I certainly hope Saskia orders her vessels from me next time.
If she gets a chance to order anything again.
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a kingslayer?
Only Philippa.Eilhart may enter.
Greetings.
Another one. You let one human in and in no time, you've got a sword.
How can I help you?
I heard human women need only 6 strength.
How can I help you?
I can go no further. If Deathmold senses my presence...
How will I get back to Vergen?
I'll wait nearby. Hurry!
Damn, I knew it was you. When the mist started whirling, I told the boys it's Geralt of Rivia. Well, my name isn't Vernon Roach. Friend of yours?
Just found him. He was already dead.
Interesting. Dressed like a Vergeni. You almost made it through the fog. What's your business here?
Triss is somewhere nearby.
Still looking for your sorceress. If she came here, I'd know about it.
In that case, you either know nothing or you're lying.
Plow yourself, son of a bitch. I owe you nothing. You made your choice. Fled with the elves while Vess almost died at that Horson Laredo's house.
I refuse to explain myself, to you or anyone else.
You saved a group of thieves and bandits.
Deride them if you will, but they're ready to die side by side with the simple people of Vergen. They've got better reasons to fight than orders.
Don't you care about Voltaire's death anymore?
The assassin kidnapped Triss, remember? Help me find her and I promise I'll keep the word I gave you in the dungeons of Lavalette Castle.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Right. If Triss is anywhere in the area, it can only be one place. At the rear, near the riverbank, the Nilfgaardians have set up their camp. Nobody can enter it. You can get there either via some caves or by sneaking through the main camp. I'd forget the gates. But if you've had your fill of whores and monsters, to the east there's a path that leads along the riverbank. That'll get you near the canteen.
Thanks, Roach.
Hey! I'll hold you to your promise. I've nothing to discuss with you.
Damn, you're ugly.
Hey. Greetings. Well, a Witcher. How can I help you, handsome?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as...
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs... Well, how can I?
I wanted to talk.
We're no...
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like?
Anything interesting?
Soldiers are...
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at... Diddle yourself, pauper. Gotta pay for looking too.
Greetings.
Make love, not war. You're no Prince Charming.
Diddle yourself, pauper. Bastard.
I'm from Stilton, in the Ramalet lands in Cameria.
This is I hear.
Well, how can I?
I want to...
We're no...
Sounds all right.
Ask away. What would you like to...
Heard of the...
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh, yes. A maturing woman like that never... Well, a witcher. How can...
I'm looking.
But you'll need to...
I've got...
Well, these are my girls. Hey, what's it to us?
We should have our say.
Well, how can I?
I wanted to talk.
We're...
Sounds all right.
Ask away then. What would you like to talk about?
I need to get inside the camp.
That'll cost you more than straight ploughing. That's nowhere near enough.
I need to get inside the camp, unnoticed.
That'll cost you more than straight ploughing. What would you like to...
I wouldn't mind no...
He used...
Are there trolls here?
Aye, there are.
eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye
Hello.
in his arse. The elder and
Hello.
the recruiter enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to take you to war." And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that."
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
I've nothing to discuss with you.
In the face of possible disaster, they
Leave me alone.
entire villages in Baywood. Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service. The Count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over. Maybe it'll lose some momentum. So, the battle broke our ranks. Dropped their pikes and ran to the archers' corpses.
Did they start looting?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the enemy. I tell you, each shot meant a dead man.
Those were the serfs from Baywood.
Exactly. Poaching is in their blood. Moron. Hello. Damn it. Salutations.
You stay.